can ice travel to Maharashtra, or can it travel all the way to Tamil Nadu? Can water move from Delhi to Goa? And that's the reason, that was the intro which I was just talking about. So what we are trying to learn in this video is that can you have, or can you do anything to a particular state of matter and then bring it on to a different state? What I mean by this is, can a solid become liquid, or can liquid become gas, or can gas become solid? That's when we are trying to understand the change of state of matter. And just giving a thought to this, I'm sure you must have experienced that when you take ice cubes and keep them outside, and then after 10-15 minutes you see that entire ice cubes which was solid have already become liquid. Or if you take a little bit of water and put it in a container and keep it to boil, you will realize that as you keep it on the flame, it has completely something evaporated. So matter can change state, but what exactly happens at those particular particle level, that is what we are going to understand in this video. Before I explain to you this entire concept of what exactly happens, let me give you an example. I'm good at giving weird examples, and here I go, another one. Okay, so basically I started in a co-ed school, so that means boys and girls were together, and in a class, okay, and I hope if you are also studying in a co-ed school, you must have realized that you'll have these couples in the class. There'll be one couple sitting over here somewhere, and then there's always that attraction when the teacher is not there. They'll just play with the girls, hair or ponytail, or throw some papers. I'm sure you're getting the point, right? So there is an attraction between the boy and the girl, somewhere here, somewhere there, everywhere in the class. Alright? Imagine now that this class of yours is nothing but a set of all particles of some solid. Let us, for simplicity, take an example of ice. Okay, so all ice particles that are sitting around, and there is an attraction here and there. And then comes that silence, or the entire noise that was happening in the class is broken when that very particular teacher who is observing each and every child comes to the class. Alright, and then that teacher knows which boy likes which girl, and so what she does is says, okay, that boy, move from there, go over here and sit there, and then the bond is broken. I'm sure you're getting the idea now. So basically, when a solid tries to change its state, the bonds that are there with the molecules or with the particles is broken. How is it broken? Is when there is a lot of heat given to those, or to that particular particle. So in this case it is the ice. So the moment you have an ice cube and I supply heat, in a normal scenario what we can see is this ice will melt, but at a particular level, okay, particle level, there the bond which was there between all the particles of solid, because there is heat, that teacher who is observing everything and telling, there is a bond that is broken, and when this bond is broken, there is a separation. Okay, and that's when the solid is actually moving on to a different state, and that it becomes liquid. And I'm sure if your teacher asks you this question, can matter change its state, and you start giving this example and tell the teacher that you are the Hitler in breaking our bonds, she will definitely break you, not just bonds but probably your bones as well. So don't give this as the example, but this is for you to understand, and the bond between you and me that we have should not be broken. So just go ahead and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out any more updates. Now let us look at the actual definition of change of state of matter. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. The melting point of ice is 273.16 Kelvin. Kelvin? ये कौन है? Okay, this is the kind of question I'm sure is there in your mind right now. So basically, Kelvin is nothing but a measurement that is used, to calculate or measure temperature. For example, if I was to measure the distance or the length of this pencil, I can measure it in millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers, anything, right? But the right measurement, the right unit is very important. So if I was in your place, I would measure this in centimeters. But if I would measure it in meters, is it wrong? No, it's not. So same way, Kelvin is a way of measuring temperature in a better way. So that little change in the temperature can be observed very nicely when you are calculating it in Kelvin. So if I say that, for example, that this pencil is 30 centimeter, I can write it in meters also, so it will become some 0.3 and something. But if this pencil was 36 centimeter, so from 35 to 36, 1 centimeter extra, how much would be the noticeable difference if you would calculate in meters? So it would be 0.35 and something else, right? So Kelvin in the same way gives you a better calculation of temperature. Just for your general knowledge, this is a question that I'm posing it to you. Find out for me, and you can comment in the comment box, what is that temperature that has been practically achieved in a lab. So what is that lowest temperature possible that we have calculated in a scientific lab? When you try to perform this experiment, taking ice cubes and giving heat and trying to measure the temperature, you will realize that the temperature will remain the same till the ice cubes are turned entirely into water. So whenever you are performing this experiment in your school lab, keep a watchful eye on the temperature. So what exactly happens, let us understand. So I take an ice cube. I can't practically do a demonstration over here, so please excuse me for that. So I take an ice cube, put it in a beaker, give it heat, and there's a thermometer inside. I have already told you what is the melting point of ice. So now, as and when the heat is given, to this transferred from the gas to the container, the beaker, the temperature will technically should rise, because heat is given, temperature should rise, correct, on the thermometer. But it doesn't happen that way. The temperature will remain constant till all the ice cubes have melted and have turned into water. Okay, once all the entire change of state has taken place, then the temperature will start rising on the thermometer. Okay, and you can see the change. So where exactly is this heat that is supplied going, right? So here comes another point which is very important, as you know, for your exam point of view, this can be asked as a definition. So all those students who like science, that they can just learn definitions, here's like this. Okay, so the amount of heat that is required to change 1 kg of a solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure and its melting point is called as latent heat of fusion. If you want the definition, it's there on your textbook. Please go and check. But I believe in imparting the understanding part of it and not just the by hearting. Okay, so here what are we talking about? We are taking some amount of solid ice, okay, and we are supplying heat. Okay, the moment you supply heat, the amount of heat energy, how much do you require? Can the entire solid melt with burning of one matchstick? That much heat is enough? Or do I need two? Or do I need a candle? Do I need LPG cylinder gas to melt it? So the amount of heat that is required to melt how much of solid? 1 kg of solid, right? At atmospheric pressure, okay, and at its melting point will be called as latent heat of fusion. So what is the meaning of latent? Latent means hidden, okay, because whenever you're supplying that heat, immediately temperature on the thermometer doesn't change. It takes some time. So that heat that was taken by the contents of in whatever contents are there in the beaker is hidden. You can't see it, right? So it's hidden on the thermometer. So that is called as latent heat. The word latent means hidden, and that is why it is called as latent. I hope this video was clear in understanding the change of state of matter and what do we mean by melting point, what is the temperature of melting point, what is the meaning of latent heat of fusion. Okay, so when solid is converted to liquid, that heat that will be used will be called as latent heat of fusion. So if you did understand this video, then please go ahead and hit that like button, share the video with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and enjoy learning science. Till then, this is Joel saying bye. Take care.